Well, go on, bro.
How you doing?
Yeah, give thanks.
Yeah, man. How are things in Jamaica, man? How is the situation? How is life?
Man, don't know. We have good weather, so can't really complain. I must say the numbers going up from where they with the infections and thing, but when we're talking about like 300, 400 a day, relatively speaking, it's not really anything too major, but
Yeah.
but you don't know. I haven't been really affected too closely. So, I still can give thanks for that. But we're just there, go and do the thing and I go and do the music same way,
That's it, man. You've been very busy. You've been active. You just dropped the Immaculate Mixtape.
Yeah.
What's the response been like so far?
Been great, fam. Like, people them really love it and appreciate, the amount of music was released. I think it was like 16 unreleased tracks on the project. We just been taking the time to release the singles after that and just kind of pushing them, give them some highlight. And people definitely are gravitate towards it, you know what I mean? Like definitely songs like Ready, Nice Up the Dance, Believe, them songs that have been getting a whole heap of support. The people love the dub plate them. You know what I mean? The Babylon Falling dub plate in particular, enough people, I've been talking about, and the freestyles, Above the Clouds, freestyle and all them things there. So it's a vibe. I have to big up Max Glazer for support the thing and strengthen up the thing, I mean? Him is a man where, have enough experience with the mixtapes in the reggae and dancehall world. So it was good working with him, I never really have no problem working with him neither.
How did you guys connect?
I mean, we're linking a long time still, I mean? Him is somebody where we worked on different stuff with in the past, I mean? And we just always keep in contact. And when we were thinking about who to do the mixtape with, naturally we thought Walsh again, to kind of continue from the Accurate. But then we thought about it and we said, boy, I really like what Max did with Chronic's mixtape too, So we just link him and he was on board with it and everything, and smooth process,
Nice. Obviously, you mentioned the Accurate mixtape before. Does the mixtape format give you more room for creativity more than an album, or is it album creativity? What's the theory behind it?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think there's more room for diversity, I would say, on a mixtape. You know what I mean? You can drop a one-track reggae trap and a freestyle on a hip-hop instrumental and a 90s dancehall beat, where as an album, technically you can do all of that, but how cohesive will it be? You know what I mean? For, a mixtape, for me, it's like you're lucky if you do a mixtape and it become a lifelong classic. But that's what you're going for with the album. So you try to keep things within a certain range of sound for the album, but mixtape, you're free for kind of go anywhere you want to go with it. So, I think we did a good job of kind of balancing. Enough people have it as an album, you know what I mean? People have said them love the album and thing, and I'm like, nah, this is clearly a mixtape, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that goes to show that people appreciate the value of it,
Nice. You produce and you engineer. How did you get into that?
Why, from I get into music, from I start music, it's always been like, I remember my brother used to teach me how to do certain things. And as soon as him show me how to use the program them for record, is me that by myself, just I record myself. Now, any chance I get for running at the studio when nobody not there is like me would have just be fiddling around with the thing them, and me always good with computers. So we kind of start in another age there where you have Pro Tools and Acid Pro and Cool Edit and all of them kind of thing. That's the era where I really start musicking. So for me, it was easy to catch on to how to, really operate the program them and things. So yeah, from them time, there's just been growing within it. I wouldn't really call myself a mixing engineer, but I can do a basic mix. You know what I mean? I can record myself pretty well, and you watch YouTube videos, you do sessions with other engineers and you pick them brain, you learn from experience working with other people and thing and just observation. And yeah, that's so right through my career I always been like recording myself, Most of
How
the songs that you
important
hear.
how important do you think it is for like young aspiring musicians to learn all the
Yeah.
tricks of the trade, not just to be able to go in the studio and voice?
Well, I mean, right now, especially in a COVID time, it's essential that you can do your thing. Like, enough people afraid for, mingle amongst people and, with good reasons. So the more you can do on your own is the better. I feel like the music industry changed a lot where you have a lot of home studios and home production and, things like that, people sending tracks to people. And, if you can't afford studio time on a regular basis, but you have a computer, all you really need is a microphone, an interface, and you can do a thing. You can practice. It might not be the highest quality recording, but eventually if you keep, buying equipment and kind of doing a little acoustic treatment for your room, or even if you have to put up a blanket or whatever, you learn how to tailor the sound and get the sound so you're not hearing whole heap of reflection and them things. So yeah, I think it's very good when an artist can do that. So a lot of artists have been very successful without doing that. But I think nowadays you find a lot more artists willing to do them thing and it benefit them for sure.
For sure. Nice Up the Dance is a great song. It was played hard over here on the radio, and
Yeah, thanks.
Jeremy Harding is a phenomenal producer. What was the experience like? Did you actually get to connect and work in the studio together,
Yeah.
or was it remote?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, definitely. He sent me a list of songs and told me about the project that VP was working on with the dancehall anthems. And immediately, when I looked through the list, I was like, I definitely have to do Nice Up the Dance because I feel like it's a song where like a DJ like myself could deliver on a level. Like a lot of the songs were more singing songs too. And I have some experience like, just freestyling Nice Up the Dance when I'm on tour. That's one of the song them where I tell you the band, real rock. And we just hold a vibe with Nice Up the Dance or just freestyle it on reggae music rhythm. You know what I mean? And that kind of really set the foundation for me. And from then it was just to link up in studio with him. I brought my microphone, the mic that I was using at the time. And we're gearheads, so we are talking about the mic. It's like actually the first microphone that has its own preamp, the channel already, EMI. So we were messing around with the settings of the preamp and the microphone, and once we got it up and running, we just start recording and just really trying to capture the essence of the song. Cause it's Michigan and Smiley, so I'm doing like both voices and the ad-lib stuff and everything. And it was a vibe. It was really good working with him, and him know how to bring out the best out of an artist. I would say that for sure. Him have good experience with that. And I remember when I heard the rhythm, I thought it was the original real rock. I never know it was the version. I was like, so okay, so you go build back the rhythm later on. He said, no man, this is it. I couldn't believe it, bro. Like the man really do a great job recreating the rhythm, and him is a man where he would have look up which drum machine was in use at the time and find back the exact sounds. He would have used like, plug-in simulators and them thing there, but just to catch back the right sound and do a heap of research with it. So
Yeah,
man, I really have to big him up for that.
yeah, real legend. Take us back to your early days, your youth. What was playing in your house, and who are some of the artists that influenced you?
Yeah. Well, in my young days, really and truly, what would I play in my when I them around my mother is mostly gospel music I play in the house. Unless I watch TV and remember like Here Comes the Hot Step, I was like most of the big budget video them where I don't know if the artist them was signed at the time, but them would have do some proper video and it show up on like local TV. Is the video them when I just sit on TV like Shinehead sang them, Ainika Mosey, you know, Buju Banton. I remember my father now, when I go over my father's house now, he would have Till Shiloh album, whole heap of Bob Marley album, whole heap of Dennis Brown album, Peter Tosh album. He would have Bombastic. I remember him always a list like I always did love that album. And it's something know say I did really have this gravitation towards reggae and hip hop fusion, because that was the whole vibe with Bombastic album. You know what I mean? And them was the CDs like Till Shiloh, Bombastic is albums I'm gonna rinse out. Like anytime my father drive a country, I'm gonna say, yo, put in the CD there, you know?
Obviously COVID has stopped us touring and doing shows, but pre-COVID, what was your favorite show? What was a standout show for you?
Good question. I think probably my favorite festival is Rotterdam, Spain.
Yes.
That festival, they just have everything you could want as a music lover. You know, you have thousands of people over the dub stage and thousands by the smaller stage for the upcoming artists. I remember the first year I performed at that stage before I went to the main stage, and then you have like a 30,000 by the main stage, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, and you have yoga class, you have drumming go on, you have a vegan ice cream tent, you know what I mean, in the place. So, just them thing that is special for me. I love that show. I remember I did a small show in a Rome one time. It couldn't be more than 300 people, but the venue did pack to the brim. I remember like there was a railing right in front of the stage, and like people pack up, and it's like them all want to push each other over the railing the way how the place pack. And I just remember the people them know me sang them word for word, like I couldn't believe it. Rome there, you know what I mean? And people them just sing everything word for word, and sang a pull up like 3-4 times, and it was just a vibe. It was just a real vibe, and that always stood out to me as one of my favorite shows.
Nice, big up the Italian massive.
Sure.
What's your views on the current state of dancehall? I think a lot of people are citing this trap dancehall and some issues there. What's your views on the state right now?
So the sound of it, I don't have no problem with the sound of it. I feel like the music have to evolve, and we always borrow from the influences of what is popular music at the time. When boom bap hip hop was the popular music, then you find that dancehall kind of was impacted a little bit by that. Maybe not so much with the rhythm them until maybe like Cartel days them, and when Sizzla did do them hip hop stuff and thing, you could have seen the influence of the beats carrying over, but definitely lyrically, you could see that, the big puns and the M&Ms and them and the influence like Cartel and Assassin and enough for them artists there. So I feel like there's always evolution and cross, borrowing of genres. So I don't have no problem with the song. I like some of the beats them. Sometimes they maybe sound like them could have mixed better, but I like Skilly Bang rhythm them. I love them. You know what I mean? Like Stylogy rhythm them. I love them, But for me, it's with the content of what them I talk about. And Overstand said, throughout the years, you always have slack lyrics, for lack of a better word, or gun lyrics, or derogatory lyrics to women and them thing. That always been in the music. But I feel like, you see, when Cartel and Movado did a war, I feel like that changed up the whole thing. It's like the man them start for, I'm a rate both artist talent. Like Vada, I'm an artist, you know what I mean? Certain way as me dancer or singer. But the man them bring in this kind of evil element into the music, where it's like the thing just start get grimy upon a different level. You know what I mean? And that influence the Tommy Lees and the Alkalines for just start say anything them want to say, and just kind of take the thing upon a level. And now you find the Skilly Bangs and all of them artists here, and do similar thing, and the man them just like, I'm just thinking, listening them man your music, just as a youth, an impressionable youth in the ghetto now, when them hear them thing, it's like, I can't see no good coming out of certain thing, brother. You know, the man them really gone too far with some of the content. Like, I feel like there's ways to do music and you don't have to go so far and you can still, you don't have to say them thing and forget rich doing music. You know, you can't even Popcorn is a good example. Him have some song where you probably say, you know, why am I forgot this? But him have a whole heap of song where it's just positive, you know what I mean? And I'm sure you say him can be successful and wealthy doing them things there. So I feel like the youth them are gone astray a little bit. And then when you find with the trap dancer sound, it kind of lend itself to the darker kind of content. You know, it's a similar thing with like, I guess the drill man them in the UK is like, sometimes I wonder like, remember somebody sent me some tracks to do some collabs with some drill artists. And I'm like, what may I go say on them track here? It's like, the man them talk like the depths are killing and them thing, then drugs selling and all of them thing. Like, you know, and I like some I never grow up and listen Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep and them talk about certain thing, but it just did feel different. You know what I mean? There was a different vibe to it.
Wasn't I feel as well a lot of those in particular those artists you just mentioned, they seem to reflect the situation they were in more than endorse the situation.
Exactly.
And I think
there was a genuine.
That's a issue because if we're at this point now, where do we go in 5 years? Are we still saying more and more graphic, violent things, or you know, just to get forward, just to get a record sale?
Yeah, and I feel like we kind of take things to the extreme sometimes. You know what I mean? Like when an artist I go sing a song about, you know, a man finger in her, you know, that's the whole subject of the song. It's like that just gone like too far now. You know what I mean? It's like there's levels to the thing, and we can keep the thing classy on a level. So I definitely feel like something needs to be done. You know, we hear about the government wanting to support positive music, but we don't know how true that is or how relevant that is to really what's going on. You know what I mean? But I feel like the people who play the music, the DJs, the radio personalities, them have to be more selective. You know, them have to be conscious of the audience and how the music affecting people, because it's not like quality music now out there, but maybe it's not as viral or not as exciting or it's not as, you know, shareable, you know, as some of the thing them where you say, I can't believe the man said that, let me send this to my friend, or you know, it's like, but the challenge is also on us now to make our music more interesting as well. And I see man like Taurus Riley, I put efforts into doing them thing there too, you know, make the music fresh and exciting, but at the same time, you know, for go certain place with it. So, yeah, you know, it's an interesting time, you know, it's an interesting
time. Switching the subject a bit, I know you're a big sports fan and I can see the Barcelona shirt behind you. I know you're an Arsenal fan, right?
Yeah. Well, both teams, you know, Arsenal and Barca, like,
yeah,
for sure.
You play football as well? You stay?
Yeah, I play ball. From my little youth, I play ball. I play for my high school 1 year, you know, like officially. But you know, we still play ball amongst the brethren them just to keep fit. You know, COVID kind of mash up that still, but you know, we love the game, you know, passionate about the game for sure.
Have you been to Emirates? Did you get a chance to go down there?
Definitely. I was at the Emirates. I actually watched a derby against Tottenham.
Oh wow!
You know, no, say you're a side, right?
Yeah, no, I'm Arsenal. I'm a Gooner as well.
Oh wow! Yeah. I think say you.
No,
think say you're Tottenham.
Spurs. No way.
Yo, I must say I mix you up with somebody then. Yeah, no. But yeah, me is gonna straight. I'm gonna get to watch, you know, one of the derby games. You know, we never win. I think it was a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw or something like that. You know, but yeah, it was a good vibe going to the Emirates and hearing all of the songs them when they might chant and you know what I mean? It's a real vibe.
I also read that you're big on your yoga as well. How important is that to in your daily life and
the thing with,
mind, right?
Yeah, no man, for sure. Yoga is a thing where it always helped me. You know, it's a part of my general practice. You know, yoga, reading, meditation. Them is, you know, three of the things where I try to stay consistent with. Yoga probably I will go through phases where I'm very consistent, and then sometime, you know, life get like a busy and you get out of the rhythm. But you know, I've been practicing it for maybe about 15 years on and off. You know, and you know, I like to just do yoga by myself, and I really like to go to yoga classes and them kind of thing with a whole heap of people. I don't know, he's more a private man, them way they still, but yeah, it's always a thing where help me. You know, I'm a man, I have a lot of tension in my shoulder, them, my neck area more time. So yoga always help with that. And, you know, just for, you know, mentally for level out certain way. You know, it's a thing where it really helps to create balance in your life and in your mind and thing.
Mm. It's Reggae Month at the moment. Have you done any performances, any virtual performances, or any shows coming up?
Yeah. So yeah, I did a show for Jaria for the Reggae Wednesdays. You know, myself, Chronix headline the show. Tijan also and it's Samori I Black on my 5-star featured as well. You know, so it's our message music was a theme. So obviously, you know, they thought I was suitable for that. And it was a good vibe performing with the band. You know, obviously it's a live stream show, so we can't really see the crowd and interact with the crowd and thing, but it's just a vibe being on stage and performing with the band. They did a good job to make it feel like it was at a big festival. You know, so that always help. And you know, me always bring the fire and the energy. So it's good to always participate in a Reggae Month. I believe in supporting Reggae Month. Some people say, you know, reggae is a whole year round thing and them just a give away a month. But, you know, obviously reggae is a whole year round thing for all of we. All of we play music or perform right through the year. But if we have a month where we can cram 1 month with events and just highlight the thing on a different level and get tourists to come into the country and focus on the music for that month. I think it's a good thing. So I support Reggae Month, I support Jaria, Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, who has been, you know, providing content for Reggae Month for the last 10 or so years. You know, so, you know, my team members are on the board, you know, for Jaria. So I'm always involved as a member myself. So for sure.
Nice, man. Any future collabs or projects we can look out for? Obviously, you just dropped the mixtape, but anything we should be looking out for?
No, for sure. So the next thing up for me right now is a juggling project, you know, that I produced. You know, I co-produced it with Genius out of Barcelona, who produced a couple of my tracks like Caught Up, Can't Breathe, Meaning of Life. You know, so it's a great vibe working with him. We have a good synergy. You know, it's a live rhythm, you know, for the most part, you know, live instruments, my band playing on the track, one drop reggae rhythm. So I have a bunch of singers on the rhythm, you know, so you can look out for that. The first few singles off of the rhythm dropping the 26th of February. So, you know, just looking forward to that. I have like D Major on the rhythm, Romain Virgo, Chris Martin, Alain, Pressure, Bugle, Stone Boy, and a whole heap more artists. There's a big juggling, but may I drop it in phases, you know, and keep it on a level. I don't want to bomb rush all the DJs with every song one time. So, you know, that's definitely something major for me. And also working on the second album with Damien, trying to drop it this year.
Okay.
You know, so we have a good start with the album. We have, you know, a bunch of tracks already writing to and in the production stage. So very excited about that. And just take the music on a different level. Cause, you know, going off of the momentum of the mixtape, you know, with this juggling project as well, I really feel like, you know, June, July, them time they should be able to drop an album at a nice high point, you know.
Great. We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for taking the time, man.
Yeah, man, no problem, fam. Give thanks.
Bless, bro.
Yeah, man, blessings. Up top.